Hi and welcome to Lady Boss HR. Thank you so much for joining me again today. What I wanted to talk to you about, which is related to everybody, not just to HR, is deep work. So how can we, I've read this book recently, it's very, very good, I would highly recommend it. How can we work more deeply, do less work and be more productive? So what do I mean by deep work? Well, deep work is that ability to concentrate. And when I was reading this book, I actually really thought about it and reflected about how awful I've become at being able to concentrate on a piece of work for a long period of time. And what the book describes, Cal Newport describes us always conducting shallow work. So we all know this. Particularly if you're in a job where you've got emails flying about all the time, we do the things, and that's what it describes. It describes all of this noise. So things like emails, WhatsApps, Slack chat, whatever it is that's going on a day-to-day basis. And you go to that comfort zone. So it's those tasks that actually you think, well, I'm doing something here. I'll do these tasks. And I've done my work, and so many people do that. I always find that, and my coach will push back on me sometimes if I say I'm really, really busy, and he's like, have you been looking at your emails again? And the point that he made to me was, well, if you don't respond to those emails, so what? And I think I am, and you may not be in this sort of role where you can do that, but I certainly am in a role where I should control when I look at my emails. My emails shouldn't control me, and I need to, I'm better at it, but I still need to work on that. So it's talking about, the idea behind this is actually to find a way to work more deeply and concentrate and remove that distraction in your life. Because when you look at it, and I've already started to do this over the last sort of month or so and seen a massive difference, if you can actually concentrate on something for a longer period of time, you are more productive and you work less, which who does not want to do that? So I'm going to do it really quickly in a snapshot, because obviously this is a huge book. There's loads of research in here, loads of ideas, but these are the things that I've taken from this book and what I've applied, which hopefully will help you too. So the first one is, if you want to work more deeply, is to find a routine around this. So block out some time. It talks about people sort of, spending time in hotels. I'd love to be able to do that, but I think I may end up divorced if I just disappeared for a few days and left my husband with the kids. So for me, what I've done is actually looked at my diary and looked at times and slots in my diary that actually I could utilise for what I would consider that deep work, offline work that needs full concentration. So that's the first point. For me as well, it's making sure that that's a routine. So it's not just when I can, I'll grab an hour. It's actually, this is a routine now. This is what I'm going to do week in, week out, because I really want to train my brain to be able to work more deeply and to concentrate. The second point is to remove the noise. So I talk about that noise, that distraction. So a couple of examples for me is that we communicate a lot through my business on WhatsApp. We've got people all over the country, some in different parts of the world. It's immediate, it's quick. That's the way in which we communicate. We also do it via Teams, and we also do it via email. I'm very used to I was a consultant for many, many years. So I'm very used to sort of responding to emails immediately. And I've got to a point now where actually that my people in my business are used to getting that immediate response from me. And that is absolutely my fault. So when I want to conduct this type of work, I turn off my notifications on my emails and I actually put my phone in a different room. So it's not that you can't do these tasks anymore. You've got to do those tasks to make the world go round. But what it's talking about is actually when you want to try and do this sort of work, you need to remove that distraction. And that distraction now is far worse than it was probably, if there's people listening to this that are my age or a little bit older, you know, we didn't have that level of distraction when we first entered into the workforce. So it's worse than ever now, really. So remove that distraction. The other point here, so now we've got sort of remove the noise, get into a routine, and then it's about the environment as well. So finding somewhere to do this. So I'll give you an example here. In my office, I actually moved out of my private office into the main office. So it's an open office in both Liverpool and Manchester, which is great. You know, I love it. It's a great opportunity for us all to collaborate. It's great for the younger team, junior team members to be able to sort of develop and learn things, and we share great ideas, and that's where the ideas and the innovation is nurtured, and all those ideas come out, which is fantastic. However, it's not great for this. So, you know, you sat in the main office, you're trying to sort of concentrate on something, and you constantly will get, which is fine normally, have you just got a minute? Well, no, you haven't just got a minute when you're doing this. So you need to find a quiet space. I've spoken to a few clients and shared some ideas around this recently. Some people have gone into a room and popped on it, do not disturb, like you do in a hotel. Some people do sort of go to a hotel, go to just a quiet place for a coffee, or even putting your AirPods in. You know, whatever it is that works for you. I do remember I used to work with a lady that actually used to have a sign on a desk when she wanted to concentrate, and she put a sign up so we all would know. It was a red card, which was funny. It was kind of like, you know, just stay away from a desk while I'm doing this. And that, you know, I think we all respect that time for one another. It's just a lot of the time we don't realise that somebody's trying to concentrate on something. So find that environment is really, really important. And the final point, which I struggle with the most, is downtime. So when you finish your day, and anyone that is listening to this that is, you know, entrepreneurial, business owner, or just, you know, sort of nailing your job, do you actually switch off? And I am horrendous. I really, really struggle to relax. It is my weakness. I own up to that. But the idea behind this is that actually you need that downtime from work. So you need to actually finish your day. So finish the day. Don't go back on and send emails. Don't ponder in your mind about you know, something that's happened that day, or think through strategically a conversation you need to have tomorrow. The idea is you're trying to train your brain to be able to concentrate for longer periods of time, which actually, through habit now, we don't do very often. So it needs a rest from work. So I last night, for example, I was really struggling to switch off, so I went for a run. Sort of really helped me. Came back, didn't do any work then. So it's just trying to find a way to switch off and giving you that break from work. Maybe doing something else, a different hobby, different activity. So there's your 4. They're the things that I've taken from the book. Hope they're useful to you. I've started to apply them into my daily habits, and it's really starting to work. So just to recap, you've got your downtime, you've got your removal of noise and distraction in your life, finding that environment that works for you, and then the final one is the routine. Couldn't think what that was then, totally forgot, went out of my mind. But having that routine, so that routine in your diary that makes sure that you actually do have that time to work more deeply. So give it a go, let me know. You may be doing it far better than I am, and you may have some tips for me. I'd love to hear from you. If you don't follow me on my other social media channels, please do. It'd be great to be connected and be on this journey together. See you next time.